Hello, hello!
Hello!
Welcome back to Echo.
We're here at the dam now.
Remember, you're here forever.
We're all going in circles. We're only going in circles. Is that how the quote is?
Yeah.
We're only or we're always going in circles?
Oh, I don't remember.
I guess we'll have to check one of your videos.
Whatever, just let what happens happen.
Just let it happen. But I don't want to get flamed for getting the quote wrong.
Are you actually going to?
Why not? Oh, that's a password. I'll just go to your channel. That's fine. Where is it? Here it is. Oh, I gotta turn the sound down. Shit. It's...
Oh, Brian's episode was up this week. Okay.
Yeah.
We're all moving
in circles.
Okay.
There we go. Oh, yeah. Okay. Cool. We got the quote right. We're all moving in circles. Like a dam, though it's only like a semicircle shape.
Yep. It's an arch.
Oh, fuck. That doesn't have any bearing on this game at all. But it has bearing on another one. It's called Arches. Why, do we know why it's called Arches yet?
Yeah. Wait, did you not listen to the first part?
I did.
Yeah, there you go. Then you know why it's called Arches.
It's called Arches.
Fuck you. Watch my videos.
I do.
You're not caught up with the smoke room videos.
That's a lot to catch up on.
There's only like 22 parts.
That's true. And they do
And they're not even an hour long. And I haven't uploaded a thing for Smoke Room in like 2 months.
That's true. I need to catch up on... I'm like 2 episodes behind on The Good Life right now. And I still need to finish Life is Strange. I don't have a lot of time.
You can just have it on as a podcast while you're driving.
I could, but I like to look at it.
Oh my god, these are VNs.
But... V... What does the V stand for, Josh? Visual.
Fuck you.
Meaning you have to look
Fuck you.
They're meant to be looked upon.
Yeah?
For the experience.
Yeah, you can just like look up a portrait of William and go like, yeah.
I'll get a little
daddy.
cutout and like tape it to the inside of my windshield. So that whenever you're playing his route, I can just look at him whenever.
Yeah. Who do you think's hotter, William or Murdoch?
Objectively, William's hotter than Murdoch, but Murdoch's a lot cuter.
Yeah, that's fair.
Like.
See, William... it's exactly what I said. Gays lean more towards William, and heteros will always like Murdoch more.
William is more fuckable, but Murdoch is more dateable.
Ooh, I don't know if I agree with that.
Really?
Well, William's just very dateable.
I guess. You probably know William better than I do.
He likes baseball.
That's a shame.
What? But it's super cute when William just like starts talking about baseball and how much he misses it.
There are so many more interesting sports to watch.
It's 1915.
Yeah, I guess they didn't really have a lot of sports. So, when did people start playing football?
I don't know.
And I guess, people didn't know what a rugby was then either.
Well, that's also in a different country.
I know. That's what I mean.
Because I think they mention rugby.
They do?
Probably. I think so.
Okay.
But there is a cute scene where like William talks about like how much he misses going to baseball games because he can't in Echo anymore.
Because there's nothing.
Well, he doesn't live in the big city anymore, and he's just like, oh man, like, and Samuel says he's never gone to a ball game before.
That's kind of cute.
It makes William kind of upset. He's like, what, you've never had a hot dog before? And he's like, of course I've had a hot dog. No, I mean fresh from the stands. Like, a good old...
That is kind of cute. What a nerd.
And I'm like, oh no. Oh no, William.
Yeah, just based on... So, not so much based on personality, but surface level... William is more fuckable, but Murdoch is more dateable.
Yeah.
Just service level.
And then, like, on top of that, you have, like, just Nikolai, who's better at both. Like, he's both more fuckable and more dateable than both his other two.
He's sweet.
He's a sad boy.
Nikolai is so cute, though.
If you want your sad boy, he's all there for you.
He's not, like, the sad boy. That's Murdoch.
Yeah, Murdoch is kind of...
Murdoch is the depressed boy.
Loved.
Yeah. That's why I like Nikolai. He's cute.
Man, are you going to be, like, inconsolable the week the final build comes out for his route? Like, the end of it? Are you going to be inconsolable?
There are people that are still, like... There could be happy endings.
Lol.
And I'm like, I don't want there to be, though.
What if the happy ending is the bad ending?
Oh, that'd be so good. That's how you know it's not canon.
Because, like, so the happy ending is they leave, but then there's an epilogue where they have to come back.
Yeah.
And then it's left ambiguous. Or you could just get right to the bad ending proper.
I think it'd be funny if you got to play the van scene, but from Samuel's perspective.
That'd be kind of kooky.
Like, fully from Samuel's perspective.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know what purpose there would be to replay scenes from Echo as from Samuel's perspective other than to just be fun. I don't know if it would serve the story all that much. Cause, like,
I mean, you have scenes from, like, Route 65 that you do the same between, like, Route 65 and Echo.
Yeah, but it's pertinent to the story. I don't know if I'd learn more about this story by experiencing it through Samuel's eyes, just because, you know, he's dead and can't do shit.
What do you mean he can do shit? Well, he literally saves Chase during Leo's route.
That's true. He does do a thing.
He's just like, yo, kid, I'm borrowing your stubby legs for a moment.
I'm gonna make you, like, survive.
Yeah.
Because he probably got tired of hopping around, you know. He probably got real tired of that shit.
He probably got really tired of Chase.
Fucking right. He's like, just...
Would you not date Chase?
No.
Really?
If he didn't have the goatee, maybe.
Like, if Chase asked you out, would you, like, hard no? Or would you think about it?
Well, it depends on which Chase.
Oh, okay. That's a good answer.
Thank you.
That's a good answer.
Thank you. I worked real hard on that answer.
No for me.
Okay. So if it was TJ route Chase, the answer is yes.
Is TJ route Chase?
He's very different.
In a good way?
In a way.
Okay. Is he forward in a good way?
I mean, he's forward, all right.
I believe it.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm curious.
You'll get there.
You'll get there.
Yeah, I guess so, huh?
If it was like Chase from the end of Flynn's route, I'd probably say yes out of like I'd feel so bad for him.
Right.
Like to say no.
It's like, yeah, I'll help you. I'll help you acclimate.
Sure, we can date.
Yeah, well, sure.
Yeah.
Because he probably just needs someone to hold him while he cries at night.
Yeah.
And there's just too much baggage with Leo.
And Flynn's not there anymore.
No, he's not. He is most assuredly not there anymore.
It's fine.
It's fine.
I've never actually been here before. I muttered.
Fascinating. Now keep your fucking voice down. I see your car up by the service building.
The building itself isn't too large, only about 500 square feet, the windows on all sides. We creep inside, Flynn with rifle and grasp. Micah, Carl, TJ, and Leo are hunkered... Oh, I didn't say that in the Kingdom Hearts way, sorry. Micah, Carl, TJ, and Leo are hunkered down behind the truck, out of line of sight.
That was very good. That was on point.
Sora.
Donald, Goofy.
And I mean, even with a fourth person, that happens in there.
Yeah, occasionally.
Riku.
Why is the dialogue delivery so bad?
See,
Talks like that.
I don't know if it's bad. It feels deliberate.
I think it is.
And
Because the weird part is it's like that in Japanese as well.
Yes.
Like the slow... And I'm just like...
I don't know if it's just my memory, but it doesn't feel as bad in the first game as
It's as bad.
As the second game?
Yes! Do you not remember the... You're stupid!
You're stupid!
Like, it still has that really off cadence
really
and pauses.
It's really good. But Josh, how can you say it's not better when we get the peak from the
Hearts. Kingdom Hearts was a mistake.
Meanwhile, like, Darian, like, 30 minutes ago, I love Sora.
We're calling you out.
Look, he's a good boy. Leave
Kingdom
him
Hearts
alone.
fucking sucks.
I mean, you know, it's fine. It's fine.
I think the concept is neat, and like I think the first game did it so well.
Yeah, it's super cute.
Just that like it devolved real bad.
It devolved so fast.
like real quick.
Like you get to Chain of Memories and you're already fucked.
Well, I mean, arguably was it better because there wasn't a lot of voice acting in Chain of Memories. It didn't like read this.
You know what? So when you're playing GBA Chain of Memories, you're reading this anime dialogue, right?
Oh, it's really anime.
In the darkest of darkness.
That's a line from that game.
In the darkest darkness.
It like because it's not voice acted, you're kind of like okay. But then they made Chain of Memories and voice acted the whole thing. And you're suddenly like, oh my god, it's actual gibberish.
But see,
everyone's talking, but they're not saying anything.
See, Chain of Memories isn't supposed to make sense because we didn't have all the details.
Oh, fuck off.
Because I mean, Naminé was the whole thing, which we learned about in 2, and fucking Diz.
You mean Darkness and Zero?
That's what I said. His name's Diz. Oh fuck.
I was never able to take that character seriously ever again.
After you learned what his name was.
Because he just introduces himself as Diz.
And when you see the text written out in the subtitles, it's capital D, lowercase I, capital Z.
Yeah. But you can read a secret report in the game in which that character is narrating to himself, going like, I'll cast aside my name. From now on, I will be called Darkness in Zero.
It's the most, it's the most Nomura-ass shit. It's so good.
I actually can't.
Josh, are your viewers really tired of us talking about Kingdom Hearts?
I hope not. We're gonna stream it at some point.
Oh. How many times have you guys talked about Kingdom Hearts?
Too many.
Not enough.
Equally too much and not enough.
When are you gonna do a playthrough and then talk shit about it?
Oh, we're fucking doing it, man. We'll even have like a...
Are you gonna start with the first game?
Oh, of course we have to.
We could stream... We could... when we get to like Days and Coded, we can just do streaming watch parties.
Yeah, we'll get a bowl of popcorn.
Yeah, and we'll just sit down and we'll watch it.
And we'll watch as a blank screen plays out as Roxas and Axel are sitting on the roof together, and there's just a floating popsicle stick there.
The jokes are funny, but I do like Shion.
But who will I eat ice cream with?
But who will I eat ice cream with? Fucking Roxas, god damn it. You're supposed to be the best one.
You're supposed to be the only well-written character in this franchise.
And then you had to go and say that bullshit.
Every time he gets more play, he just gets worse.
Like Kingdom Hearts 2. Just Kingdom Hearts 2 had peak Roxas in the first section of the game.
It's so good.
That is the best, 2 hours of Kingdom Hearts.
It tells such a complete story for Roxas's character, and I'm like, oh my god, this is peak Nomura storytelling that isn't like the world ends with you and it's weird gay narrative.
That game is so homosexual.
It very much... I can't believe how homosexual it is while still having like a main female character.
Shiki's great. I love Shiki.
Yeah.
She's so cute.
Someone told me that Beat is in Neo. He's
Really?
on the cover, but he has hair. So you don't recognize him.
You mean he's not wearing a hat?
Yeah. He actually because his hair now looks like Neku's.
What the fuck?
Yeah, it's like spiked out the front.
Because I mean, Beat wore a beanie.
Yeah.
So
it doesn't have. It's not spiked up in the back, but it's spiked out in the front, similar to Neku's.
That may be what his hair looked like, but we wouldn't have known it because he was wearing a hat all the time.
So he's just in the game, and then I was talking to someone and they hadn't played the first game, and he was like, "Oh yeah," and Beat shows up, and I'm like, "Beats?" And they're like, "Oh," and like a bunch of Reapers show up. Do you recognize these characters? And Trash Man's there, and I'm like,
What? I don't know a damn thing about Neo.
I don't either, but it almost makes me want to go play it because
Like a little
the
bit, right?
promise of Joshua.
The Joshua promise. What you need to do is post the old comic that
Oh
Cassie
yeah,
did
yeah.
a long time ago.
I don't know if I have that anymore.
It's somewhere on your computer.
No, because that not on this computer. It was on my old computer when the OS died.
Oh yeah, it was fun.
That's unfortunate.
Right.
It was fun. Man,
It's fine.
I'd say we should play Twoey, but like we can't play the good version.
Yeah, we'd have to sit there and play the Switch version.
Ugh.
And like you would be playing.
Damn it. But like, you know, I'm pretty good at video games. I'm kind of bad at The World Ends With You.
You say you're good at video games.
I'm great at video games.
Look, at least you're not as bad as Issa.
That's true. I'm sorry, Issa. I love you, but you're not good at video games. Like, okay, so I was watching The Good Life.
Yeah.
And you know the first time you had to go find what's her name after you became a dog?
Yeah.
And you had like the little scent markers all around
Yeah.
to follow. I'm 90% sure you could have gone to your animal vision and seen which one was the right one for you to follow.
Probably, yeah.
And I was screaming at the screen, Issa, use your animal vision on him. But he continued to run in the wrong fucking direction for 20 minutes.
He also still doesn't know the map. He keeps going like, where do I go?
Oh my god.
Where's this restaurant?
I don't understand his sense of direction.
I don't understand either.
Or lack thereof.
He walks everywhere. Like in real life. You would think he would have like a good sense of direction. And like
Damn.
Man, he's not here to defend himself.
No, but he'll be in the comments.
We love you, Issa, I promise. But goddamn.
You have to show that you're better at video games than Darian. Like, come on.
Wow. You can't just let me. He's better at music than me. Can't I have video games?
No.
Please?
Well, because obviously I'm the proest gamer on this channel.
Fuck.
So you can't even deny that. I've beaten Bloodborne.
That's true. I can't even
I've
say
played
that.
Dark Souls.
That's true. I've played Dark Souls.
Yeah, you've never beaten it.
You didn't say that. You said you played Dark Souls. I have also played Dark Souls.
It's fine.
Eat
it's
shit.
fine. Leo has been pretty insistent on going with us to approach, but both Jenna and Micah agreed that that would probably be a bad idea. Unsurprisingly, we're the only vehicles parked out here. All right. Jenna whispered, wiggling her paw out of the on either side of her, as if to shake the nerves out. I'm going to announce myself and approach. Flynn, please keep a line of sight. Maybe she won't be as crazy out here. You know, on account of being less hummy or whatever. Flynn looks utterly goddamn perplexed at whatever I'm talking about. Honestly, I don't fully understand it myself, but its effects were pretty damn evident earlier. Well, that's a theory. A game theory.
Thanks for watching. Man. Don't let that crowd get a hold of this game. They'll go fucking nuts.
I've never watched a game theory video.
Well, you didn't, yeah, because you didn't, well, you said it in your Jenna voice, which is just about right. But you said, a game theory. Thanks for watching.
I've only heard parodies of people like saying that.
I like the idea of Jenna saying that. That's really funny.
Well, don't say that. Well, I mean, there's FNAF.
True.
Nothing but. So there's something furry connection.
Okay.
But in that same vein, I can also hear like, hi, I'm Jenna B. Gay, and you're watching Disney Channel. Doing the thing.
Oh no, I can see it. Okay, but unironically, I missed that.
It was a good time.
Like, I don't know if they do it still. Like, do they have Disney
No,
Channel
they do
not.
I mean, Disney Channel stars are still a thing.
They do. We just don't know who the fuck they are. There's a bunch of new kids.
Right.
I
But I
mean,
always
like-
thought that was fun. Like, the
Oh,
glow
yeah,
stick
it was.
thing.
There's like
It was a product of its time.
Dove Cameron, is I think
What
one
the
of
fuck is a Dove Cameron?
I think it's one of the newer generations of Disney Channel stars, maybe. She does music. Isn't like Sabrina Carpenter like one of them, or is she just a regular musician?
What's a fucking Dove Cameron?
That girl.
Who
Yeah.
are you?
Let me see. Yeah, see, characters on the Disney Channel comedy series Liv and Maddie.
Oh, so I just don't know the new era of Disney
Yeah.
sitcoms. The last era I remember was like, something Sunny,
Just Sunny. It's just called Sunny, isn't it?
wasn't it? No, it was more than that.
Oh yeah, because they're
The girl from who was from Wisconsin and got a job in Hollywood.
Man.
Sunny with a Chance.
Sunny with a Chance.
That's what it is. With
I remember
was
that.
Demi Lovato.
No, she was. That was Good Luck Charlie, right?
No, that was no. That was Bridget Medler.
Oh my god, I don't know.
We're all going crazy. No. Because who is Jessie? Which the girl from Sweet Life on Deck went on to do a show.
do Jessie. That
I'm
was
pretty
Jessie.
sure that was just so Sunny with a Chance was Demi Lovato.
Okay, sure.
That was definitely that.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure
That was the last era I remember.
Okay. Good Luck Charlie was that era too.
Yeah,
which
I
I'm pretty sure,
mentioned that.
Yeah, which I think that was. I think her name was Bridget Medler, but I'm not sure.
Okay.
She was in Lemonade Mouth. Did you ever watch that?
No.
You didn't watch that? Oh my god! It has little baby Haley Kiyoko. She played Velma on that live action Scooby Doo on Cartoon Network.
Yeah, she's so cute.
Yeah. She was a cutie pie.
You know what? Making Velma Asian for one movie, good choice.
The right choice.
Right.
And then
Was the girl? They had an ambiguously tan girl that played Daphne in one of those Scooby Doo films. That was when they were still teens, and I'm like,
I don't remember. Was that the one with when Fred had black hair?
yeah,
Interesting.
I don't remember that.
yeah. That era was bad.
I didn't watch it.
But I just remember going oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
And then they made Velma Hispanic for the Scoob, but then didn't commit to it.
Yeah. They designed her that way, and I think she had an accent in one scene, but then they
In two.
yeah, and then they hard write
And
it
I'm
out
just
of that.
I don't understand. I would have been down.
Yeah.
And then they were no.
Whatever, it's fine.
Scoob is a bad movie.
It's a terrible movie. Absolutely
I'll
garbage.
never get over it.
Man, I don't think we're gonna get out of the day.
No, we're here forever.
I think everyone, or it may have just been Darian getting really excited about Scoob because of Velma's design.
I don't know if I was really excited. I liked that design.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if that was me getting really excited for it though, because I wasn't really in any rush to see Scoob.
Yeah.
I don't think anyone watched Scoob.
I technically
It was COVID era, so
I technically haven't even watched it. You showed me the highlights.
I showed you a couple scenes, and I was like, "Isn't this garbage?"
This is the whole movie.
I watched it. Yeah, it's not good.
Yeah,
It's pretty bad.
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
I hated reading reviews of people being it's bad, but it's no worse than other Scooby products because it's Scooby Doo, so it's all bad. And I'm like, you uncultured swine!
Actually uneducated.
Scooby Doo is so good most of
Pretty
the
good.
time.
Most of the time.
It has for a franchise that old, it has a pretty good track record.
Yeah, I'd say so.
Man, it's got history.
it's kind of just like a generational thing, Some people fall out of it, a new generation picks it up and keeps going. It is what it is.
The only decade that felt kind of bad.
But it had a good theme song though, Josh.
No, the early 2000s was bad.
But it had a good theme.
The 70s was also really awkward for Scooby Doo.
Is that when Shaggy had a red shirt?
I think that was that era. No, it's also when the film that was also Scrappy, by the way.
Yeah.
The late 70s was Scrappy.
Yep.
And you had the film Scooby Goes Hollywood or something, which is a really weird movie if you have ever watched it. But
I don't remember
it's
it.
a whole thing. That movie's meta as shit.
Hanna-Barbera was very weird in the 80s.
Yeah. It's all Jenna says, giving my waist a gentle pat, to which I frown.
Okay, I need to set up.
Flynn eyes an outcropping along the side of the canyon edge next to us, pointing to it. The slope isn't too steep to climb, and the brush and rocks act as natural cover from a vantage point.
I'll be up there. If you need me to shoot, just make the Charlie horse symbol behind your back or something.
The Charlie horse symbol?
Oh, is he gonna get Chase? Is he gonna get him with it?
I ask.
Yes.
Flynn rolls his eyes, then moves his hand down to his thigh and makes the okay gesture with his fingers, but turned upside down.
Oh, is he gonna punch him?
I recognize it instantly. Moments before Flynn strikes my thigh with his knuckles.
Yes, he got him. Yes.
Jenna quickly shoves her paw over her muzzle, shooting a glare at Flynn. Flynn! Unacceptable.
Bless him.
Flynn appears unapologetic, checking the lever on his repeater.
Bless you. Okay, I'm heading up.
Jenna lets out a little puff of air, her tail still behind her. Flynn turns, glancing back at her.
I got your back.
She gives the Gila a grateful nod. Thank you, Flynn. There's a pause, and she speaks again.
It's really cool seeing them getting along. You know?
Right?
It's pretty
They're
nice.
actually friends in this route. Isn't that weird?
It's wild.
I'm glad you're cooled down since your outburst at the river a lifetime ago. I know how much you wanted to talk. There's a strange timing to Jenna's words, a finality to them. As if she's getting words unsaid out in the open before facing the danger that's upon us. I think Flynn recognizes this and he stops.
Sid's dead. You two ain't yet. Let's keep it that way.
Jen and I stand there for a moment.
When they get along, it's really nice.
It's sweet. Wow. I mutter. I can tell it's an oversimplification of Flynn's feelings on the matter, but right now, the particular spat can wait. The others are starting to peek their heads out from behind the truck, wondering what we're doing. Not too late to back out, you know. Come on, Chase. Of course, I do appreciate the sentiment. I could always just take Carl's advice, though. He spoke to you? He was zoned out in the truck bed last I saw. She nodded, lowering herself to a crouching position. I do the same, with a grimace. He muttered, "Suplexer." I let out an amused exhale through my nose, untangling my tail from the brush I'm pushed through. Oh, Carl. Good to have him back. As we approach, I can see the front door to the service building is open, light spewing out from the inside. We're far enough away that our truck isn't visible. We prop ourselves up on either side of the door. Sniffling and distraught mumbles can be heard from inside, including the rapid flipping of pages and clicking noises from a computer terminal. Hey, Heather? The noise stops. Oh boy. Jenna looks over at me, lowering her voice. Chase, you may want to get back. What? No, I'm not going to leave you. Jenna? You followed me? Here we go again. Jenna came out from her corner, and I peek in as well. Inside, a computer with a bunch of monitors hooked up onto the wall is turned on. On one of those monitors has a window open called floodgate control. Maybe she knew what she was doing after all. Chase? I grimace, trying to quickly shift into a smile. Hi. I can practically feel the cringe from Jenna beside me. I don't know why I said hello like that. Long night? I clear my throat. We wanted to make sure you were okay, and maybe see if you wanted to maybe reconsider your course of action. Heather reaches over towards the desk, and the next thing I know, she has a pistol trained on us. We quickly duck behind the wall. You two can't stop me. I know this is what I have to do. I saw the future in like a dream. A waking dream. She can feel it. She's really feeling it.
She's really feeling it. Oh my god. That took me a second.
I'm really feeling it.
She's really feeling it.
It's rhyme time. What a bunch of jokes. You can't spell rainbow without rhyme.
Fuck.
Ouch, my rifle's scorching hot.
The Minato. Fucking hell. I never even played the goddamn game.
It's so good. Everything worked out. Everything was underwater. There was peace. This has to be done. It has to be done. Her eyes flicked to the murky black water at the foot of the dam. There was quiet. It was a dream, but it wasn't a dream. You know what I mean? Probably. Jenna watches Heather, keeping a close appraisal of her twitchy hand upon the revolver. Yeah, I do. And Jenna responds flatly. I think we all do at this point, at least somewhat. I can see Flynn up on the rock ledge, moonlight glinting on the metal barrel of his repeater. It's looking at us with a cautious expression. Then you understand. You don't, do you? The question must have been rhetorical, because she answers it before we can. I knew it. I have to stop you when you broke into my house. I should have stopped you, yeah. You're bad, just like the rest of them. She raises the gun. There's the pitter-patter of small feet behind me. The next thing I know, Micah's right at my side. One of his paws is on the small of my back, the other outreached to in front of us.
Whoa. Wait a second.
Heather's tear-filled eyes shift to the bat. You again? God, why are you all here?
Hear me the fuck out.
No, you hear me out, idiot. Keith was like an umbrella. All of the bad stuff that bounced off when he was around. After Keith left, everything went to crap, and you knew it. Everyone started getting weird or leaving. You left, and so you never saw how bad it got. You didn't have to watch it happen. We were all such good friends, and it's like I'm watching everyone die. I feel like I'm dying, Micah. Everything hurts, and I can't help it well. I can't think well anymore.
I just feel really bad.
Yeah, for her.
Yeah.
And Daddy. She takes a sharp inhale in between her fangs, sputtering a bubble of spit before catching her breath. I just need to make it all go away. Then everything will be fine. I'm gonna go somewhere happy.
You can move and be happy right the fuck now. Nothing is stopping you.
Micah spits back.
This is just the hum talking. You and I know how this shit goes. It'll pass and you'll feel better. We'll all feel better.
No! She screams, and Micah quickly ducks behind the edge of the doorway as she brings up her revolver. I do the same, though for a second I think I see a flash of color behind her that wasn't there before. I peek past the edge of the concrete wall along the enough to realize what it is. Jenna sees it too. That same tall, burnt figure from Brian's trailer.
Why is he here?
Well, Chase asked Flynn to watch over them.
That's true.
It looms in the back of the room, staring at us, waiting. It's almost like a statue, unmoving beyond little twitches, where it suddenly shifts into position. It's unstable, or at least that's the best way I could describe it. Jenna? I see it. Heather's ranting about something, but I can't really focus. It's getting closer, another foot nearer to Heather.
What the shit?
Jenna steps out from behind the wall suddenly, holding up the palms of her hand. No paws. There are no hands in this world.
She has paws. They all
have
have
paws, yes. Wait. Astonishingly, both Heather and the thing stop. Though it's still very much there, looming in the background. It's as if the world itself is distorted around it. 3 holes pierce its face where the eyes and mouth should be. I look back up towards where Flynn is at. He definitely should be able to see this thing, and I half expect a shot to ring out at any moment. When I glance back, the thing isn't looking at Heather anymore. Its dark holes are aimed towards the hill outside the door where Flynn is.
Ooh.
That's so sad.
He said, "That's
And
me."
insane.
He said, "That's me."
Heather stands, wide-stanced, her fingers an inch from the trigger. Heather, when I was growing up, I was very fortunate. It's not something I truly realized until relatively recently. Despite my circumstances at home, I truly had some incredible people and other things. Jenna's eyes briefly flick up to the figure, looking out for me. The figure's head tilts ever so slightly. Brian is dead. Your father, he's certainly fucking dead. There's some zeal in Jenna's words, and it becomes rather evident she thinks this is a good thing. And they can't hurt you anymore. A thick tear streaks down Heather's cheek as Jenna takes a step closer, pointing outside to the south. Back in town, there are still people who genuinely care about you, the ones who have stuck with you throughout all of this. Jeremy, he's a complete turd, and I'd give him a piece of my mind if I saw him. But he genuinely likes you. Same with Clint. But Clint talks about all the things we used to do to you guys growing up, all the things that were said. Why are you saying they're good? What we do as children does not define us as adults. Heather, I don't honestly believe you want to hurt your friends. Heather shudders, hugging herself. I'd honestly be tempted to rush her for the gun if that thing weren't still standing behind her, watching Jenna speak. Heather sobs, her thin wrists trembling, as if the weight of the pistol in her paw had burdened her for too long. Finally, they droop, the gun limply hitting the floor. I flinch, though thankfully it doesn't go off. The red entity lingers so close to Heather, it's practically touching her. Then, it's as if a great silent wind sucks it backwards, its body contorting to the pole, a strip of its flesh disappearing into the void. And then it vanishes, fading into nothing. I rub my eyes. It's gone. I can hear Jenna shudder beside me, before stepping up and taking the guide and keys and tossing them promptly into the water below. Micah picks up the gun, flicking open the chamber and spinning it with his thumb.
Out of bullets. Fucking hell.
Flynn skids down the hill, nearly tripping as he hustles over.
You mad fucking tit dirts actually did it.
Micah and Jenna are standing at the spot where the monster was moments ago. Excuse me. Flynn does, despite having us in his sights the whole time, seems oblivious.
Do you think you couldn't see it?
Yeah, Flynn couldn't see it.
I mean, wacky.
Mm-hmm.
You should get the key to the city or some shit. Though that probably only unlocks an outhouse or something.
Micah walks past him, letting out a string of unintelligible expletives. Ooh, and shaking his head.
It just means he's cursing.
Oh, well. Have we seen this background?
We haven't. Look at this little sky.
That's so nice. See, Echo can be beautiful. The sun begins to rise past the mountains to the east. The sky starting to become illuminated with purple and amber hues. In the distance, you can just barely make out one of them Mormon settlements down the river on the edge of their reservation.
You know, the Mormons. Those religious folks.
Don't they want to be called by a new name now?
Do they?
I don't know. I remember someone saying that once.
I have no idea.
Like,
Interesting.
right? Rebranding, maybe? I don't know.
I mean, it's important.
Rebranding is important.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I rest my head against the side of the truck, mentally exhausted beyond words. I try to think of the entity, but it's like trying to remember a dream, a fading horror that seemed so real at the time, but surely couldn't be. There's a soft thud beside me, and I soon realize it's Leo's butt, the wolf holding his concussed head in both paws as he rests beside me.
Ugh. About ready to head out, Otter?
TJ and Carl approach, the ram shivering, and the lynx gently rubbing his back. Oh, we're going? He helps the ram up into the back. I mean, in a bit, I guess. And Jenna and Micah are talking to Heather. Flynn wanders over, throwing the rifle in the back, and before leaning his rump against the tire. In the past, when shit got tough, the lizard would always run off to deal with things on his own terms. Yet, here he is, slumped and exhausted like the rest of us. Finally, Jenna joins us. Oh my god, the whole gang's here.
The whole gang is here.
I give her a thumbs up as I pass. She returns the gesture before sitting down as well. She props her chin up to her paw, her fluffy tail perked up to avoid getting smashed into the dirt. We sit in silence, in relative silence, beyond the faint sound of crickets and gently lapping water. You know, I'm going to miss this place. You can stay if you want.
Yeah, if you want.
Yeah, okay. Jenna glances over, frowning some. You know, I was joking, right? I expected some laughter there. I think you're plenty funny, Jenna. I respond tiredly. Micah, seemingly out of nowhere, comes up and props his elbow on the hood.
Shut up, Chase. Now, are we fucking off or what?
Dab. Chase dabs.
You know that the dab is not... You know that the word dab does not just refer to the move, right?
Yeah. You dab a napkin.
Oh my god.
You lean down, get right in there.
we get there.
Oh, I bet Chase dabs.
Oh, Chase for sure dabs.
He fucking dabs. I know he does.
Oh my god, Leo dabs like a boomer.
Oh!
He doesn't know how a dab works.
I bet TJ dabs too.
Oh, yeah, he does.
Jenna looks
She
on.
knows what dabbing is.
Yeah.
And she's very aware of
She
it.
looks on with disappointment. Her and Flynn look on with
Refuses
disappointment.
to participate.
Those two are so similar.
And Carl has like a really chill, laid back, funny dab.
Yeah, yeah.
He's like, yeah, and
he does a lazy dab. Yeah.
This is the best.
In TJ's glass of water, wiping off the sticky syrups, a stain on my shirt before sitting down. The lynx gives me a little look before taking a sip of his glass.
About time. Here they come.
Flynn's peering out of the window towards the sheriff's office across the street.
I enjoy this breakfast montage after a night of horror and stuff.
You know, this is probably the most laid-back epilogue.
Yeah,
It's pretty good.
Nice.
I mean,
really
it's
cute.
not my favorite epilogue, but you know, because that'll always be Leo's.
It's pleasant, you know, like not completely ending in tragedy. I mean,
Yeah,
there's still
yeah.
some tragedy, but like, you know,
Hey.
I think it's really nice that they're all getting along.
Yeah, they're all here at just a
They're all
diner,
here
having fun.
eating
We got
like
the
friends do.
good end, and that's all I really wanted.
Yeah.
I was really worried I was going to get the bad end for some reason, even though I'm great at games and know how to make good decisions.
Right. Sure enough, our trio of friends exit through the double glass doors, checking for traffic before crossing over to us. A few reporters from the parking lot spot them and try to get their attention, but Leo ushers them forward. He utters something, and Micah laughs, glancing over his shoulder. Jenna just shakes her head, clearly annoyed, but relieved nevertheless. A few more squad cars roll out, honking at the news vans to get out of the way before heading down to the direction of Echo. The police were so busy in there.
Yeah, and no wonder. They're all going to be in deep shit for their lack of response to all this. What was it? 14 hours before they even sent out a squad car to investigate the blackout?
Well, the detective I talked to claimed that they sent them out earlier, but then there was some kind of traffic problem. They couldn't get to us.
So we didn't even experience the loop back around on the town
No.
in this one.
I was about to say.
That's wacky.
Right?
Oh yeah, traffic trouble. That sure is a fucking valid excuse to ignore a whole town suddenly losing its internet and telephone communications.
Flynn grunts, the Gila looking over towards the quiet ram at his side. He's still wearing his dirty tank top, though the EMP bandaged up the cut on his arms and felt locks. Yeah. Unfortunately, Leo's dad called and said that he's gonna pick up a fresh pair of clothes for him.
It's really sweet how much Flynn cares for Carl.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you know, they fucked.
Oh yeah, they did.
Yeah.
I know.
There's a short story for it.
Yep. I watched it.
Really?
Yeah.
Really? Okay.
I mean, like...
I'm sad
well,
that's the
actually,
only one that got.
I watched it on YouTube. I forgot the YouTuber, but they were reading it out loud and stuff like that, but they skipped the sex.
Aw, coward.
Which, like,
Aw, coward.
it's fine. But, like, it was really compelling of just, like, how much Flynn cares for Carl.
Yeah. The first scene of that story is Flynn getting railed by Ryan.
Ah, interesting. So it's Flynn's perspective?
It's Flynn's perspective.
Okay.
Yeah. He's narrating.
Cool.
So yeah, he is friends with Ryan. You know?
You don't say.
Yeah.
I didn't gather that from his route.
He also stated that Leo, Flynn, and Carl would stay at their house while the authorities sort things out. Since they're off of the Flint Road they've closed off the Flint Road access to Echo, no one can exactly go back for their stuff. Not that we're in any rush to go back, of course. What about your camera? That's school property that's still at the motel.
They'll go back and then leave. They still have to get his car. Oh wait, that get stolen again?
No?
No.
Maybe. In some timeline it did.
That's true. Because they didn't go get it because they just went to, they got taken to Brian's.
Yeah.
And then everything happened after that.
Yeah.
Yep.
The ram stares at the checkerboard pattern tabletop, saying nothing. Flynn frowns, nudging the ram with his shoulder.
Hey, fat ass, why don't you take a look at the menu? I bet some chocolate chip waffles and ice cream sounds good right about now, eh?
The lizard smiles down at him as he slides over the menu. Carl looks up for a moment, then sluggishly flips it open. I think they serve your parents' brand of ice cream here. TJ forces a smile, which is a strange sight in and of itself. A happy face usually comes so naturally to the Lynx, but now he just looks frazzled. Understandably, really.
Something cold sounds good right about now. Fuck yeah, I bet.
The ram flips to the next page, though I can see he's not really reading anything.
Poor guy.
Right? Well, you know, he had to hang out with Brian Shan.
He's had
I
some
don't blame him for being upset.
traumatic experiences.
His face starts to scrunch, and his exhales through flared nostrils. He scrunches again. As soon as his gaze falters, his arms begin to shake. His eyes press shut, and he lets out a nearly audible sob, tears rolling down his cheeks. Flynn reaches over and puts an arm around him, tugging him close.
Shh. It's okay.
He squeezes the ram's shoulder. Carl sniffs, hiccuping once before letting his muzzle push into Flynn's chest. TJ looks away, his own eyes beginning to water again.
I'm gonna order you the banana split and a big glass of lemonade.
He pauses.
Also a salad, for your health and shit.
The Lynx begins to quietly cry, though keeps his face hidden by a napkin. We must be making quite the scene for the other folks in here, but I rightly don't give too much of a damn. However, this is all making me realize that I sure could go for a hug right about now.
Oh, do I get to pick?
No? Still, Flynn's still holding the traumatized ram, looks at me across the booth with a soft frown. The two non-weeping members of our group here, I guess there's some solidarity in that. Not that I feel particularly great or anything. I certainly feel a lot less numb than I did in Echo, though. Thinking about all that happened really freaked me out, so I've just been trying not to. At least right now.
Chase.
Yeah?
Thanks.
His tone of his voice is so strange and sincere. I can't hide my look of surprise. No problem. Though I think we owe the most to Jenna and Micah.
Yeah, I already talked to them at the station. Never would have thought that little shithead bat would ever do anything that didn't serve himself.
Yeah, he's pretty cool, I guess. I kind of think you would get along with him.
Oh, they would fuck.
Yeah. Flynn lets out a little grunt, running a hand up and down the ram's arm.
Wouldn't push it that far. And guess we'll never know, because I'm moving the fuck out quick like.
Good.
My house is probably worth jack shit now, even less than it was before, but I'll worry about money later.
What about Daxton? TJ wipes his eyes, clearing his throat.
What about Daxton?
No, that's about right. Maybe you could start one of those online fundraiser things, since it's getting so much attention on the news. I'm sure there are plenty of people, like the folks at my church, who would be happy to donate to help you get on your feet.
Take charity from strangers?
Flynn looks out towards the news vans outside. A particularly antsy-looking newswoman is currently getting chewed out by the police officer in SWAT gear. Though, it looks like the news lady is grilling him right back, shoving a microphone in his face. To think that's what I want to be one day. A guy with a camera, chasing tragedies for profit. Maybe I should change my major.
Well, he's gonna have to. He's gonna fucking fail the shit out of this project.
Yeah.
It's true. Well, he could always just make BuzzFeed articles for the rest of his life.
Oh, fuck yeah, he could.
I glance back towards Flynn and Carl, the ram still visibly crying, but no longer raking back quaking sobs. For some reason, I smile, if only for a moment. Or, you could just carry the wealthy heir you helped save for abducting a couple hours ago.
Just marry him.
Yeah. I'm sure that comes with some financial stability. TJ immediately stops crying, blinking at me, then Flynn across the table. Flynn's eyes go wide before he quietly furrows his brow.
Fuck you, Chase.
Despite everything, the lizard could blush. I have a feeling he'd be doing so right now. Carl does seem to hug onto him a little tighter. The bell on the front door jingles as they're pushed open, and I could see Leo peeking in, searching for us. Once he spots our booth, he gestures in our direction toward the others, and they make their way over.
I swear, those fucking useless pigs are gonna keep me locked in there indefinitely till you vouch for me. Just because they can't do their fucking job. They gotta find someone to pin all the bullshit on. Why not the kid with the record?
They're still trying to figure out what exactly happened.
And they won't, because it ain't the sort of thing that can be figured, you know?
Oh, I do know. Now, yeah. Jenna closes her eyes for a moment, though they open again so as she startles from Leo coming up behind her. He's about to speak when a particular rotund alligator woman saunters up behind him. She's wearing a white polo shirt, jeans, and a blue Pancake House apron.
Pancake House.
Thank you for the description, Chase.
It is important. Very important.
Why, hello there. You all got enough room here in the booth? She smiles, seemingly unfazed by the sorry state we all look in right now. Well, if she works at a pancake house,
it's a pancake house.
This is probably normal.
Facts.
I'm just thinking about Waffle House.
Yeah. Well, it's
fighting and shit.
Can I get a waffle?
Can I get a waffle?
I suppose when you work at a 24/7 diner in the middle of the desert, you see some oddball customers. That sounds so much fun, though.
What? The working at
Yeah!
one of these places? I mean,
I feel like I wouldn't be bored.
well, really depends, I guess. I guess it depends on the day.
Right?
You might see a group of rough-looking individuals who just went through hell in their town because of supernatural shit.
Yeah.
Or you'll go by in a shift where you'll do nothing all night.
Yeah.
And
Well,
that's
you could
pretty
do
boring.
backflips.
Backflips and shit.
So I have to
Oh,
ask, did you
no.
vote on that poll?
Oh, about you doing a backflip?
No, about
Or
can trees do
can trees-
backflips?
yes, I did.
Okay. What'd you choose?
I voted yes.
Okay.
I-
Megan, what do you think about this?
I don't have...
What, trees doing backflips?
Yeah, do you think trees can backflip?
Yeah.
See, we're all good people here.
Excellent.
TJ blinks, then mutters an apology as he scoots himself over closer to Flynn. I do the same, and Jenna moves to sit beside me. Micah and Leo take the opposite side. We're in a long-cornered booth that actually has several mini tables, but with all of us together, we're shoulder to shoulder in here. We each tell the waitress what we want in no particular order. Micah practically blurts out what he wants. 2 hash browns, 6 house-style waffles, 6? Toast with blueberry jam and a side of it. That's a lot of waffle! And you're already... No, scroll back. Fuck you, scroll back, yeah.
Wow. Okay, Jesus.
That's a lot of carb.
He is so excited. Look at his face.
Right? Right? But I mean, like...
Yeah, I'm getting a big man.
Two hash browns and 6 waffles?
Yeah.
That's a lot of carb.
I'm pretty... Like, look at him. He has
Yeah.
a high metabolism.
And then he gets toast on top of it?
It probably comes with the meal.
Wait. I just noticed the fucking S on his arm.
Yeah, there it is. It's right there.
Oh my fucking
Yeah.
god.
He did it. Micah's that kind of guy.
Wait, no. I gotta know. Have people actually tattooed the fucking S?
Oh,
Oh,
you
hell yeah.
know.
Absolutely they
yeah.
have.
Darren, are you gonna do it?
Yeah. Oh my
I'm
god.
gonna get it on my ass.
Yeah. Let's go.
I'll get it right on my ass cheek.
I think it should be a tramp.
Sideways or vertical? Like right along with my crack.
Yeah, right along with your crack.
So I just finished up training for my new job,
Yeah.
and there was a whiteboard in one of the rooms that would like flip over, like
Yeah.
had 2 sides, and one of them was pushed against the wall. So before I left class on the last day, I drew the S in marker on the back of it. So when someone flips it over, they're gonna see it, and it'll be really funny.
God.
I can't click forward. Meanwhile, I ask for a large iced tea with a bowl of vanilla ice cream. For some reason, in my head, I was like, he's totally gonna order oatmeal. Jenna insists I get something healthier, like oatmeal, in my stomach, so she offers to split her turkey sandwich. I smile at her and accept, relaxing against the pleather backing of the booth seat.
Yeah, they don't have leather in this world. They have pleather.
They have pleather.
They have pleather.
Well, how would they know about pleather if they didn't make leather first to make a fake version of it?
There's some freaks out there.
True.
There's some freaks out there.
Like, are you saying that our Flitty boy over here would not make a stellar pair of boots?
Oh, of course he would.
Stellar pair of boots.
And Leo's a nice rug.
Nice rug.
Yep, just plant my feet on. Our server finally gets to Flynn and Carl, and both of them don't seem to be too focused on what she's saying. Flynn is staring at his phone, and Carl leaned into him with a distant look in his eyes. TJ gingerly nudges the Gilla, and Flynn quickly looks up at the alligator.
Oh, a banana split and a garden salad, please, with 2 lemonades. Pink. What? Pink lemonade.
Flynn looks at Carl like his last shred of masculinity can't possibly bear to utter those words aloud. Fortunately, the waitress writes down Carl's correction with the same unjudging smile. 2 pink lemonades.
Ugh.
All right, if that's all, I'll get back to you folks in a minute. Carl lowers his noggin back into Flynn while the Gillip goes back to staring at his phone.
I can't get a hold of my aunt. Mayor aunt? Oh my god. Yes, my aunt, who's the mayor.
Maybe she's tied up with the police, sorting stuff out there.
Laying dead in the street.
You know what? Maybe this is a different timeline. Maybe she didn't get gunned down.
What if she dies in all of them, though?
I mean, that's fun. I offer reassuringly, picking up a sugar packet from the table and emptying it into my mouth like an absolute cretin.
Yeah, you are.
I'm glad he said it.
He acknowledges how wrong he is for doing such a thing. What a...
Oh my god.
Yeah, but you'd think she'd call me back.
Leo raises an eyebrow at me from across the table, taking a sugar packet for himself.
Hey, Otter, you should have heard Carl's dad falling over himself thanking Jenna over the phone. All the cops in there were calling her a hero, yeah?
Oh, quiet you.
Hey, I tried to play big hero too. I just happened to get shot for my efforts. And guess you're not as much of a smooth talker.
Jenna groans, folding her arms in front of her chest. How was your wound doing, by the way?
My wing? Well, I won't be flying again anytime soon, which I'm fine with.
Micah's wings are visibly
Largely vestigial. Vestigial.
Yeah, as I understand it, not meant to carry a fully anthropomorphic person in flight. Oh, so I was told.
Okay.
That there are both regular birds and bird people in this world.
What
really?
The fuck?
In Smoke Room, Samuel mentions that one of his coworkers is like a type of bird.
That's kind of cool.
We just never see a portrait.
Huh. Birds are cool.
Yep. So I want to see a conversation between an anthropomorphic bird man and a bird.
What if there's an anthropomorphic bird man, but he has like a pet canary in a cage?
That'd be funny.
It'd be something.
It wouldn't be weird in this world.
I guess not. Yeah, just kind of is what it is.
Yeah, it's like, cool, bird.
Just don't think about it.
Right?
It's all right.
However, they're still big enough to slow a descent when falling,
Mm-hmm.
or keep you up in the air for a bit when you're being hung by a razor-bladed noose.
The paramedic guy sprayed me with some stuff, and I should be fine. I've had worse piercings.
Piercings? I don't see any.
I know. Got that Prince Albert, bro. What?
Jenna frowns. Leo gives the bat a sidelong look, thinning his lips along the contours of his jowls. The wolf's attention flicks back to me before he downs one of the sugar packets in his grasp.
So they're both freaks.
He and I used to swipe these from the diner all the time. Creamers, too.
They drink the creamers, too? What the fuck, guys?
He'd always go for the aspartame or stevia-based ones, though.
Is it aspartame? Aspartame? These are like sugar substitutes.
Yeah.
Stevia is the plant.
I could see Jenna giving us a curious glance before refocusing her attention on me. Anyway, the police were pretty happy with you two. I take it takes a second for her to realize what she's referring to, and I quickly wave a dismissive paw. Well, I'm sure I just gave them more work. That is their job, Chase. Mm-hmm. TJ, who has been relatively silent next to me, looks increasingly perplexed, his ears folded downwards. With everything going on, I realized I hadn't told the rest of the gang about my discovery. Oh, for those not present, I found an old corpse on the side of the road, from the 70s. This gets Carl, Flynn, and TJ's attention. Found it, putting it mildly. You picked a patch of dirt and started digging until you found a guy's body and wallet, and took all the money. What? I hold up my paw, shaking my head.
The money wouldn't be any use. after 30 years. I don't know if you can have... I think they take that money out of circulation, maybe. Maybe not coins, but like dollar bills.
I think they just assume that if it's that old, it's gone.
I guess so. Bills do change, though. Like,
Yeah, but you can still use the older brand of bills, can't you?
I honestly don't know. I'm really not sure.
How does money work?
That's a
Yes.
good question. I don't care.
It's
Yes.
it's still such a mystery to me.
Just mine's on a piece of plastic.
Yeah, they're just numbers.
Yep.
And I'm like,
It's all abstract. Money's not real.
yeah, it is. It's a hologram.
It's a hologram.
It's a simulator. Mm-hmm. It's like it's a chicken simulator. Instead of handing someone like 3 chickens, you slide a plastic card.
And it's 3 virtual chickens.
It's 3 whole virtual chickens.
3 whole virtual chickens that lay virtual eggs. What do they do for you? Absolutely nothing. But
But you can take those eggs and sell them for more profit.
it's called Bitcoin.
Yeah.
You know, stonks. Experts.
The stonks.
Stonks. That's us.
I can't explain it. I can't explain a lot of things. The fact the body is so old, though, means I'm not a suspect, at least. A weird sour feeling courses through my body, and I instinctively squeeze my tail beneath the table. But they ran the guy's name through the system. His disappearance was so long ago, they didn't even have a record of it anymore. They did find living family, though, or at least a point of contact from what I heard.
Huh?
Well, it's probably not like his kid, but like maybe
Right, but
just
like,
other family.
but that's kind of cool.
That could be
like,
anything.
But who could it be?
I don't know. And Jenna smiles. I'm sure whoever they are, they'll be grateful for what you did. After 4 decades, I'm not sure. Can you imagine like getting that news and it's like, hey, remember when I told you that your great grandpa just disappeared one evening? Yeah. Well, they found him. He's dead in a ditch.
Oh,
Oh.
cool. I guess.
Goes back to Fortnite dancing. like,
Speaking of Fortnite, Josh.
yeah,
Oh
I
my
saw.
God.
I saw.
I have been so in love with Fortnite Sasuke. I love him so much. He's so much better than actual Sasuke.
I mean, he truly is a fighting dreamer. so,
Like, watching him do all the dances is really good. He does like the little heart thing and like, my God, it's wonderful. It's so good. I love. And then there was this image I saw of like, so you can play as like Rick from Rick and Morty.
Yeah.
There was this image of him carrying Kakashi like over his shoulders. It's like, this is a real game in real life.
I feel like people will shoot me for this. Okay.
Okay.
I feel like Fortnite has surpassed Smash Brothers in the Hall of Fame of media, but in a video game.
Yeah. I mean, you know.
Oh, they're creative.
I
They're
mean,
so
you know.
creative.
We're getting the Warner Brothers fighting game.
I don't understand that because it's like I feel like that's not good branding.
Right.
Because I don't think you can't just do Warner Brothers
Right.
because that's too big. So it's like it would feel weird, especially with I didn't actually look up anything about it. I literally heard that it was a thing.
Mm-hmm. I mean, like so like of the characters they showed like immediately like on like a splash image, you've got like Superman, Shaggy, Tom and Jerry, Arya.
No, Shaggy makes sense. Shaggy
Arya
makes
Stark
sense.
from Game of Thrones.
I don't know what that is.
Dude,
What's a Game of Thrones?
so, Shaggy does go...
He's gonna go fucking Ultra Instinct.
Yeah.
That's good.
Wait.
Showed a clip of him doing it. I can see it.
Megan, have you ever watched Scooby-Doo Legend of the Phantom Saurus?
No.
Okay, that's where the Ultra Instinct Shaggy meme comes from. Shaggy becomes a Chad in that movie and beats up a biker gang. And steals their bike. And their leather jacket. So he's just wearing this, like, cool-ass leather jacket and riding a motorcycle for half the movie.
Speaking of, like...
Oh.
So, like, you know that the characters, like, have different different designs and whatnot that you can cycle
Like
through.
palettes
and
stuff,
They
costumes.
should have human Scoopy as an option.
Please. They better the second palette for Shaggy.
Disgusting.
Oh, he is. The second palette for Shaggy better be red shirt.
I think it is. We'll look it up when we're done with this episode.
We'll never be done with this episode. What are you talking about?
It's true.
We're going in circles. Maybe it will dig up old wounds, raising more questions than answers. It's not like I told the police my dream about the van or anything, or who the original owner was. He's dead! Yeah, to think Disney's dad killed a guy.
Yeah.
I mean, Chase, you have never done anything wrong. No wonder he ended up the way he did. There's a moment of silence. Micah staring impatiently at the kitchen, and Flynn dialing up his aunt again. Jenna exhales, breaking the quiet. Regardless, I'm just glad you guys are okay. Micah's finger and neck are healing up nicely, and you two are finally separated. Jenna nods towards Leo and I. No. There's no way in hell the phrasing wasn't intentional. She has this self-confident smile on her face. Oh, look at Leo.
Just say.
Though when neither of us respond, it diminishes. Leo just looks kind of distant. Not like before, of course, when he was all loopy post a beatdown, but like he's got a lot on when his mind hasn't really processed yet. I know exactly how he feels.
Dick.
Micah muses, idly tearing strips of his napkins apart. Huh?
Dick. That was a dick thing to say.
Well, that's pretty rich coming from you. Mike is about to say something when Jenna cuts him off, speaking first. No, he's right. She brings her fingers to her temple for a moment, thinking, before focusing on Leo and I, making sure to meet our gaze. Acting like we're all still in high school, teasing you two about your relationship, it's not appropriate. And ultimately, it's driven by jealousy. Leo blinks. Jenna? It's not something I like to admit, but a lot of what I do is driven by that. The need to have things I wasn't afforded growing up. Micah looks up from his napkin, eviscerating the edge of his mouth curled into a soft frown. Flynn glances over as well. A prank I orchestrated over 3 years ago led to this whole situation, picking at a raw nerve and leaving it to fester. My mind flashes to images of the smashed cell phone sitting on the pavement, Leo calling for me as I walk away. Do I think you two should be together? No. But is that any of my goddamn business? Also no. And for that, I apologize. Good, so I can safely get back with Leo and
Good on her
everything.
For,
Owning up,
Yeah,
you know?
owning up to
That's
it.
pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Flynn finally speaks.
We should go through more tragedies if it gets you to admit you're just as shitty as us for a change.
Flynn grunts. Jenna waves off Flynn's comment. But seriously, Leo, don't hump Chase at a children's arcade and then destroy it when you get caught.
You smashed up an arcade?
I did. You know, I'm a kind of a rebel. A real badass.
Leo clicks the tongue against the roof of his mouth, letting out a moment of silence pass as he glances offward.
Nah, I'm a fucking idiot.
Leo seems to be purposely avoiding Jenna and I's gaze.
Hey, people did worse things under the effects of the hum.
Manifesting a tulpa of one's ex-boyfriend is a bit much, no?
Ex-boyfriend.
Oh, I said it.
I suppose that settles it. Though I can feel how much it hurt for him to say that. He smiles regardless, of course.
Well, if the tulpa's giving good head, there's not much to complain about.
Seriously, what the fuck are you guys talking about?
Ghost penis.
Ghost penis. Well, no, it's not that he's. It's not that he's providing the ghost penis. It's that
Fine,
he's
a ghost
sucking-
blowjob.
There you go.
Let's go.
Let's go. The best kind.
I've seen Ghostbusters.
Yeah.
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 Right?
Are you gonna watch the new one?
Oh, there is a new one.
It comes out like next.
Is it
week,
called?
doesn't it?
Probably not really.
What's it called? Afterlife?
It's like Life is Strange 17, right?
They have
Not
to-
Life is Strange. Stranger Things.
Life is strange. I mean, yeah, life is pretty strange in that
Trying
show.
to say the kid from Stranger
Yeah.
Because it is.
Yeah. I looked at it and I thought it was a trailer. Like I saw the trailer start, but I didn't read the thing.
No, but Josh,
So I thought it was like a new season of Stranger Things.
Josh, you said life is strange, and I knew you meant Stranger Things, and I don't know how to feel about that.
Well, they're both very similar, except one is infinitely more gay than the other,
True, and
and
one,
better by default.
one is also 80s. No, dude, Stranger Things is so aggressively hetero. It's ridiculous.
I noticed.
Oh, and two, like,
In all of them, in every season, they're
Yeah.
all so aggressively hetero.
when, like, a male and a female are in the same room,
Oh, they got it.
Both
They
bo-
got
both
it.
adults and all the kids. They had to pair all the kids up.
I cannot give.
They had to pair everyone up.
Yes.
They paired 'em all up.
It's so stupid.
Except
Oh
for
my god!
yeah,
Did anyone get with the monster?
no, except
What's
for
the
except for
point?
Will, but like like
No. That really hot boy. The racist hot boy.
oh
Yeah, he got with the monster.
oh shit, that's right, yeah,
Yeah, he did.
yeah, he did.
Yeah, he
Billy the bully.
Yeah, Billy the bully.
Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
he kind of got with the monster, but like it's just like there's more to growing up and developing as a person and facing adversity than relationships.
Then who you're gonna suck off at night?
Yeah, like I don't know. It's just kind of
It's exhausting.
yeah,
It feels weird if everyone gets paired up.
I know.
and they all did, except for Will, who was the boy who was taken in the first
Joyce didn't
Oh.
need to.
one. Joyce also didn't need to. Well, no, they
Wasn't she the single mom?
yes, she
Yes.
was, but
Oh, I
she
liked
had
her.
a lovely, lovely
He
boyfriend,
was really nice. I met
and then
like,
got murked the fuck out of.
Yeah, he died. He straight up dead.
It was Sean Astin. He was a baby. He was so cute.
He was really cute. I'm just still bitter that like they had to put her with
Hopper.
Hopper.
See, Hopper's character was
They fucking ruined
They-
his character
they ruined his
so
character
bad
so-
in season 3.
That's the
absolutely-
boomer sheriff, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
His character was
Oh,
good.
he was
and
really
his character
cool
was
in,
good
like,
in
the first 2 seasons.
the season 3.
Oh, they
sucked.
fucking
It fucking
nuked
sucks,
everything.
dude.
I was still confused why there was a season 2.
I know.
Oh, dude.
I
So
know.
I don't know if you know.
I know.
There's Russians now.
Yeah, the evil Russians.
Because it's the Red Scare of the mid '80s.
Yeah, I get it.
But like, the Russian subplot is so
Is it
it's
funny?
So stupid.
unnecessary. No.
Oh. Because like, just going but Russian sounds funny.
I will say we get the ultimate like scene from season 3 where like the one Russian guy was
Oh,
just like he wanted a
He wanted a cherry Slurpee.
Yeah.
And they didn't have it or something, or like however. And he
It's the dumbest scene.
and then
but
Hopper
it's
goes
so
fucking.
fucking
Then he goes
funny.
fucking blitzed. Yeah,
Yes.
it was pretty funny. But
It's
no,
really stupid.
yeah, like I like watching the first season, and I like watching the second season, for the most part. But the third season is very '80s, but like the aesthetic, the
worst
aesthetic
way.
of season 3, I like is the thing I like most about it.
Okay.
Is what it is though.
We just like the girls shopping montage in that.
That was cute. Like Elle and Max's relationship in that season was really good. I enjoyed that very much. I enjoyed that. They should
What?
be
This
gay.
is an 80s inspired thing. So
I
you
know.
can't-
You
It's
can't be-
super hetero. You can't do that.
It's aggressively
I
hetero.
mean, there is a gay character in that season, though.
There is?
She's so fucking gay, dude. I forgot
Did the
her
creator?
name.
Oh!
Did the
that's
creator say she
right!
was gay?
Robin. Yeah.
Is
Well,
she actually gay or just coded gay?
explicitly in the show, she says she's gay.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
She,
Well, she
That could
doesn't
still be coded.
She doesn't say it, but like, she's like, you know.
Well, they did try to do the thing where like Steve is like, I kind of like her, and
Yeah.
she's like, I'm gay, dude.
I
and
like.
he's like, respect.
Yeah, they do a bait and switch. Steve is
the best
Steve is the
character.
best, and he's the one who doesn't end up with somebody.
Okay.
He does get with someone in like the first season, and
I mean-
kind of in the second season.
I
but,
mean,
like,
Nancy kind of shit about it though. I mean, like, you know.
aren't you having fun listening to this shit?
I'm always like, what's the point
I
of
know.
Stranger Things? Because it's like, I didn't even think season 1 was good, which is why I didn't watch any of the rest of it. I was like, I get it in that, like, if you don't watch a lot of media, it seems cool. So if you're just, like, on
I
Netflix, it's
definitely
there.
think that you would enjoy
But-
it if you enjoyed, like, I guess, 80s movies, because, like, I mean, that's the whole thing about Stranger Things. Is that
So
it's banking
so that's the funny
on
thing.
80s nostalgia.
I do like 80s movies because I grew up on them. Because my parents really like that shit.
Yeah.
So I just always watched them. But there's nothing else going on in Stranger Things. And that's what bothers me.
Yeah.
Because, like, you gotta have more than one central gimmick. Like, it would have
Yeah.
been... I think Stranger Things would have actually been fine if it was just one season, because it would have just been a nostalgic pandering thing for adults, and then you would
Yeah.
move on with your life.
Yeah.
And you won't ever think about it again, because, you know, it's not really good enough to remember. But you'd be like, I remember, I don't know, Short Circuit. And
Oh my god,
Yeah, they're just...
what a pull! That's a good pull, Josh. That was very
even
good.
in, like, season 2, they were milking on their own property.
Yeah,
yeah.
I mean, it's
I saw the Hot Topic merchandise.
It became an inspiration, and then just, you know, like, took itself way too seriously.
I mean, you know, I still enjoy watching it every once in a while.
Interesting.
Mostly,
Music.
mostly season 1. Music's bopping.
Okay.
Yeah, music's always bopping.
Okay.
I mean, that's just 80s music. It's always good.
Facts.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I mean, like, you know, I cared about, like, Hopper and stuff like that, and Joyce. Like, they were great. You know, the kids being kids with all their stupid relationship bullshit.
Whatever, it is what it
But,
is.
yeah, it did devolve into, like, straight up nothing. You know?
Okay.
Like, there was, like, an interesting build-up with the whole, like, you know, secret society kind of, you know, experimenting on people and shit.
I guess so.
But
Well,
then
it wasn't like
just-
secret society. It was just government.
Yeah.
Government shenanigans.
Or, you know, yeah.
Because, you know, like MK Ultra and all that bullshit that happened.
Yeah, and then now it's just Russians.
Now it's just Russians.
The Russians did it.
Yep.
Okay.
Well, they don't want to make America the villains anymore. Like, our U.S. government
Why?
is perfectly fine.
Okay.
You all right?
Okay. I can't help but chuckle, and a few others do too, including Leo. To describe any of this in any sort of way that does it justice seems utterly untenable.
Look, I reckon it's best if we put some time and a few beers in between this event and us before getting into the nitty-gritty details. Yeah?
Planning another Echo meetup already. I ask, trying to sound more lighthearted than I feel.
Fuck no, Otter. We've got the internet if we want to talk.
My inbox is always open, though I think therapy may be a safer bet than beer.
I could get some harder stuff.
Jenna sighs. Like... She seems to regret the question the moment she says it.
You ever had a foot-tall devil dog cake with strawberry, cherry, and raspberry filling? I know a place off Santa Rita and Busby in Pueblo. Would take your mind off anything. I can also get you some heroin.
Micah, for God's sake.
Micah's my favorite, actually. Well, not my ultimate favorite. I'm just kidding. Christ. The cake place closed years ago. That's a good joke.
We talk for a few more
It's
minutes.
actually funny.
Isn't he?
Yeah.
Mainly riffing on whatever the hell we're all going to do after all this. And the food arrives before Jenna and I really get a chance to weigh in, though. Not that I'm complaining, of course. The vanilla ice cream looks delicious. And Jenna's sandwich she offered to split doesn't look too half bad either. She sets it gingerly on my plate, and just like dipping into the ice cream. Flynn glances at his pink lemonade as if it had just insulted him.
Fucking hell.
He glances over to Carl, who seems to be working up the energy to sit upright enough to eat his food.
This
So
looks
bad.
this looks like you're pissed after too many energy drinks. That was once.
Carl speaks up in a stiffly voice. The lizard looks like he's about to take a tentative drink right when his phone goes off. He quickly snatches it up.
Hello? Mark.
He leans forward, resting his elbow on the tabletop.
Yeah, hi. I left you a message earlier. Have you heard anything from my aunt?
He frowns suddenly.
Okay. Why? Alright.
The lizard takes Carl by the shoulder and straightens him out, the beady-eyed ram blinking some as Flynn tries to stand and scoop past him.
I'll be right back.
Flynn accidentally hit bumps Micah in the face half dozen times. Manages to escape the booth. He headed out towards the parking lot. Ordinarily, I'd get the impression that would annoy the shit out of that bat, but he's too excited for his plate of food to complain. His massive food.
It's a pretty big plate of food. Like, if it's all on one plate.
Yeah, right?
Usually at, like, IHOP, they give you a bunch of plates.
Yeah, I like that. Mm-hmm. He dives into the bacon first. That's like the only thing that isn't carb.
He's got to get the protein out of the way so he can dive into the carb.
No! Shoving it all into his mouth as the whole wad. Leo raises his eyebrows a bit.
Don't joke.
I think Micah mumbles an explicit tidbit at him. The hungry guy is already moving on to his jam and the toast by the time I bite my first sandwich. We eat in silence for the most part, though it's not exactly awkward. I think we're just mainly content to have each other's company after everything we've been through. I can't fathom being alone with my thoughts after all this. Though in the quiet, yep. Mm-hmm. I do get the thinking about the voice that spoke to me by the van. It seems like a distant memory now, but it was so clear. We've been together for some time. I'm with you. You are indecisive by nature. I choose. Those words stick out to me the most. He called you a bitch without saying you're a bitch. Glances around at my friends. I decide to try something. I let the ambient noise of the diner fade out, focusing on trying to remember that voice, the one I've heard before. I close my eyes, emptying my mind, and worries and other thoughts. I wait. Jenna nudges my shoulder, a French fry poking the corner of her mouth. You falling asleep on me, Jace? I refocus, managing a reassuring smile. Oh, no, I'm just, taking a moment. Oh. She nods as if this made perfect sense, and no clarification needed. You holding up all right, though? You know, I think I'm okay, actually. Really? Her tone is skeptical, though in a sort of joking way. Yeah, really. She finishes the rest of her fries, wiping her paws off with a napkin, before something catches her attention across the room. Oh, how would you look at that? A jukebox. I follow her gaze, spotting it by the door to the bathroom. It's pretty retro. It even has those plastic neon-filled tubes that flash when it turns on.
We gonna put on What's New, Pussycat?
Oh my god.
You don't see many of those these days, or jukeboxes in general. I think maybe most folk saw them as more of a nuisance than a mood setter. Come on, let's take a look. Okay. I'm not sure why this is so interesting to her. After scooting out, she offers me her shoulder, her tail swishing gently behind her. I offer her a little nod of thanks, using it to help myself stand. Leo looks up at me from his plate of chicken and waffles.
That is a meal of culture right there.
Mm-hmm. Well, Leo is a man of culture. We meet each other's gaze for a few seconds, and he smiles. All right, easy now. The EMTs already gave my leg a proper dressing after we get to the police station. Hell, they tried to get Leo and I to go with them to the hospital. Yet, of course, the last thing Leo wanted was for us to all get split up again. I actually agreed with him this time. Plus, I've heard horror stories about ambulance bills.
Facts.
I relinquish, that's a good monster, my leaning on Jenna as we walk. I hobble towards the jukebox. The music selection is pretty dated for the most part, though there's some modern dance hits thrown in there, surprisingly enough. They're described on the permanent marker, scribbled on the permanent marker sticky note labels. Jenna makes a show of inspecting the options, though she speaks up towards me. Hey. Hello? She lets out a little laugh and sighs. Sorry, just I haven't gotten a moment to speak alone with you for some time. Something on your mind? She nods. A lot, actually. There's a considerable amount of things we've seen, that we've experienced, that we will never possibly sense to you, but us. Jenna gestures discreetly towards the rest of the group at the booth. I notice that Flynn is still not back. It does sort of put everything in perspective, I guess. Yeah. Part of me wonders whether I made the right decision. The musing comes at sort of surprise. Jenna never is one to really doubt her choices, or at least make such a doubt known. What do you mean? Well, from what I figured from both your historical research and what Micah has said, the hysteria is circular. It always comes back, and ends up hurting whoever is around. Now, I don't know whether it's a gas seeping through the ground, weird radio signals, or something in the water. And I'm not sure anyone ever will. But what Heather wanted to do, flooding the town, that would certainly put a stop to anyone trying to live there again. I don't think anyone is going to be wanting to stick around there for a long time after this. Jenna's gaze shifts to the tile floor beneath our feet. Yeah. For a long time. She repeats. I try to think of what to say next. In the background, I could hear Micah saying something crude and about the origin of syrup. I glance back to see Leo chuckling and TJ covering his face. Carl stares out the window. I don't know if you can really fight forces of nature. Whatever is going on, it feels much bigger than us. But what you can do is help people, I guess. And that counts for something. What you did for Heather, despite everything she did to you, that counts. Second chances and all that. Jenna smiles. Chase, that's a very nice of you to say. Very sappy, of course, but still sweet. Not quite sure I can fully see it that way, at least not yet. Her tail thwacks me a little, and after a brief moment of nearly teetering over, I thwack back. I think we all turned out okay, noting the circumstances. Echoes the tiny town in the middle of nowhere, and the shitty situation brought us together in the end. And I don't regret that. She taps her fingers against the glass of the jukebox, looking elsewhere. I wonder what it would be like if Sydney were still here. The question catches me off guard. As if As far as I know, Jenna never really liked the kid back in the day. Still, I guess he was part of our group, hence the thought, maybe. I don't know. I don't really want to think about it, to be honest. Maybe he'd have helped Leo beat the shit out of Brian. I blink at her, the words sounding strange coming from her mouth. She looks to me, furrowed her brow. What? He was really into that wrestling stuff. I cross my arms over my chest. I guess. There's a long silence. I had a dream about him early on in the week. And once everything started, hitting the proverbial fan, I remembered hearing those strange voices. She doesn't elaborate on that specific thought further, shifting focus to me. I didn't make anything of them at the time, but noting everything that has happened lately. She stops for the moment. If you want to talk about what happened sometime, just let me know, okay? I try to read her expression, the offer seeming sincere. I don't see any sign of judgment or scrutinizing in intent in her words. As usual around her, I find myself not quite sure what to say. Whatever you say, whatever happened to you claiming you're not a therapist? I'm not. I'm your friend. And I want to stay that way for a long time. Despite my wariness at the original question, I can't but feel a little fuzzy from the statement. So, just friends, huh? Now it's Jenna's turn to be caught off guard, but the surprised look in her turquoise eyes lasts only a second. Oh, perhaps you got the wrong impression this past week.
Ooh.
Bro!
I look at her and I feel my heart start to sink. I do mean, my mind was under the effects of the town-wide sweeping of hysteria after all.
Damn, Jenna.
I can't be held accountable for my actions.
That's funny.
However, she sucks in her lips, staring at the ceiling as if in thought. If you wanted to take me on a proper date when we get back to Pueblo, I wouldn't be opposed. I feel myself slowly start to grin and have to quickly reshift my face into a less creepy expression. Oh, okay. Not opposed, huh? She lets out a humored exhale, shaking her head. To speak candidly, me teasing and flirting with you around Leo, that's not really me. Or at least, that's not how I want to be. I should be better than that. Otherwise, I'm no better than Flynn at the river, plucking at raw nerves. I'll admit, I was kind of worried that you were just doing all of that to be competitive with Leo, like I was some kind of game. Jenna nods. Oh, that's completely true. What?
Damn.
I was, at least to some extent. Hence the offer for something a little less biased. I look at her, a little gobsmacked, or whatever. At the same time, I can't help but feel appreciative at the honesty. I guess I'll consider your offer. What's your offer? Okay. She smiles, and for some reason, she kind of reminds me of the old feminine femme fatale type from the old noir movies. In the meantime, I'm definitely going to start writing about our experiences here in Echo, especially our most recent ones.
Famous.
Right? How to augment the perception of people, sometimes even in groups. It's almost downright paranormal.
You could say that it is.
Almost. Nothing actually paranormal. I am certain there's actual input and variables which determines certain triggers that resulted in what we saw.
Jenna.
On a personal note, I'm just,
She'll never admit that this is an evil place.
Yeah. You know how she is. I'm just happy none of the effects seemed to linger once we left the town. No Topa version of you hanging around Leo, no monster chasing TJ, no red figure following me, no version of Keith for Mitcha or Heather. And you? Well, how's that possession by the roadside ghost working out for you? I rub my head, feeling the wet from Brian's pistol whipping peaks at my fur. I'm pretty sure he's gone. Huh. Say you can't run away from your trauma then. She she winks, and I find myself smiling a little goofily.
Oh,
This is all so insane, but I am sure, glad she's here to talk to me through it. Now, Chase Hunter, the true question. She turns to face the jukebox. What should we pick?
Rick Astley.
oh. Do I do it? This is actually what determines the good and bad end.
What do you think?
We're gonna pick country.
Music Man.
Uh-oh.
Did
That's-
you choose Raw?
That's a suspicious ellipses.
Yeah, that's Samuel's ellipses.
I know it is.
You know what? I don't know. How about you choose? Jenna gives me a quick nod. Whatever you say. So I really like that.
Yeah.
I really like that it's Chase. Well, it's that Chase doesn't follow the order.
Yeah.
I think that's a really good thematic thing for
It's
Chase.
pretty good, yeah.
Like Samuel tells him to do something and waits. And Chase makes his own decision.
It's pretty good.
Oh, here. This one looks good. She leans in and presses a button on the machine.
We did it.
That was a really nice ending.
Isn't it? Everyone's here. Everyone's friends.
Flynn's aunt definitely died.
Yeah. I think it's... I like this ending. It's not my favorite.
Yeah, it's a cute one
Yeah.
for sure. That was comfy though.
Right.
And I got the good ending. I did it.
You did it.
I did it.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Omerito.
Medical.
Very good.
It's... it's really hard to rank how much I like each ending. I mean, obviously my favorite one is Leo's.
Naturally, I
I'd
mean-
say it is what it is.
Yeah.
But I really like Flynn's from a narrative perspective.
Yeah.
Like, this is the most feel-good ending
It is
Right.
yeah.
for the whole cast.
Mm.
I really like Chase's ending in Carl's route.
Okay.
That's probably my second favorite ending for Chase. But I do like Jenna's route. It's real nice. But
Yeah.
you know what I kind of meant by, like, you probably shouldn't do her first.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. No, I see exactly what you mean.
It wasn't just me trying to not make you choose the hetero option first by default, like the coward that you are.
Hey. No one, I maybe wouldn't have done it. You don't know.
Yeah, I do.
No, you don't.
You've
We may
totally
never
still
know.
done Jenna's.
We're always going in circles. It's fine. You don't know anything about. You don't know anything
You
about
don't
me.
know me.
You don't know me.
But I do like how Samuel's still there. I just like Samuel just being around.
Yeah, he's cool. I mean, like, it's both cool.
Death is horrible.
Yeah, it is.
It's both cool thematically how Chase made his own decision.
Yeah.
But also how's it going with you? Well, I guess he's gone, but he's not.
Yeah, it's a little like, he is around.
Yep.
Just Chase wasn't.
And that's just kind of going to be
Yeah.
its thing. But character growth, very good.
Yeah.
That was excellent. I guess I'll just...
Oh, you're gonna skip the...
It's all just links.
Oh my god, you're so rude.
I am. I'm sorry. But this episode...
It's like how I still can't believe you skipped Leo's credits.
I'm sorry. I didn't think about it. I just clicked. I'm sorry. Also, this episode's already super long, and I'm like, trying to be considerate of the audience.
I'm not,
Facts.
right?
All right.
I'm allowed to disrespect my own subscribers on
Yeah.
my channel.
I love you guys.
No, you don't.
All right.
So
that was-
so rank them.
Rank them so far?
Yeah, rank the three. What's your favorite?
I mean, I think Flynn's route is the best. I think Flynn's route is number one as far as, like, the drama of it all. Mm-hmm. Like,
It's so fucking
I think-
intense.
I think thematically it's the best one.
Okay.
Yes.
Leo's route ending is number two because it's actually with Best Boy.
You're so rude.
I mean, I didn't make the rules. It's actually with Best Boy.
No.
And it's really nice. I mean, both. So in all three so far, Leo has gotten some resolution.
Yeah.
So it's just Leo's routes part 1, 2, and 3.
The way it should be.
So
Leo's the best character.
no, I think it's really good. But I think I'd have to say so far it's Flynn,
That's reasonable.
Leo, and Jenna's.
Okay, that's very reasonable.
Because I mean, this is like the fun, feel good ending.
Yeah, I almost it
kinda
feels
all it
really
is.
weird because it's like it's almost too feel good. At least to
You're
me.
expecting something.
I need some trauma in my life.
But like
trauma in my life.
I could imagine like I played Leo's and then Jenna's route, like with Flynn walking out to like hear his aunt, and then playing Flynn's route,
yeah,
knowing what happens to her, like getting murked,
yeah,
like finding out her getting like seeing that happen, you'd be like, oh shit, that's what happened here. What? So that's pretty cool. So there's definitely an interesting combination.
So there's a little interaction that you didn't get because you decided to be hetero.
Yeah.
And that's so during the sex scene in Jenna's route, when you if you choose to be, just be gay,
Yeah.
the way Chase should be, he Jenna, they just go to sleep and it's fine.
Right.
And then the next morning you get a whole scene where Jenna asks, "Hey, if you didn't get with Leo, who would you have gotten with
Right,
when
right.
you were in high school?" And I chose Flynn because reasons.
Right.
And in that diner scene, when when after Leo says ex-boyfriend,
Right.
Jenna actually comments like, "Hey, now that you're officially single, maybe now's your chance to hit on Flynn."
Damn.
So I guess she will push you into getting with who you
Yeah.
said.
Should be a
Because instead,
wingman.
Jenna's more supportive of like your choices.
Yeah.
If you choose to be gay.
That's kind of cool.
So I do prefer like platonic Jenna because I feel like she's like more supportive.
I think
of...
platonic Jenna works thematically better because I mean Chase is gay. That's just kind of
Yeah.
how he is. But I had to see all the things.
You had to be a coward.
Look, I'm gonna fuck
She's
all of them.
also super vindictive too. When you get
I
her.
know it's just like
I'm gonna fuck them all.
like I'm sure my reasoning is that she hurt Leo and thus I'll never like her.
Yeah.
But
Yes,
like I'm just like, how dare you?
in the garbage can
You
for
hurt my
you.
baby boy.
That's my man's right there.
Yeah, but if the choice arise, we'll fuck. That's gonna be the
It
thing.
is also
Because I'm doing the opposite of your playthrough.
You're gonna fuck TJ?
And she also answered
it comes up in the
my
route.
question of the reason why that she picked on Leo a lot. Is
Yeah,
because
she's a
just
little
jealous.
Yeah.
petty.
pretty
It
good.
is what it is.
Overall, I liked that route.
Yeah, it's
that
good.
was
I
really
liked
good.
them, yeah.
The insight into Jenna's life was really good. I
Yeah.
think. And I like that this route is the one that she has most personally grown,
Yeah.
which was really cool.
Because I actually don't like the way Jenna's written in a lot of the other routes. I liked her in her route, but that's about it.
That's
so.
fair enough.
But we'll let you all leave, so I'll see you around.
Thanks for this route. We'll see you in the next one. Ah.